So in this story, one of the big reasons why transit doesn't get used as much in certain cities by more middle class or upper class people is the safety issues, because you have things that go on transit sometimes that will push people away. So we have this situation that occurred here on the Chicago Red Line recently. Let's take a look at that.
Now to safety concerns on the CTA. An aggressive passenger on a red line train.
With no police or security on the train, passengers stepped in to help in all of this. Our investigator Tara Molina live outside the blue line in the loop for us. Hi, Tara.
Hey, Chris and Erica. Chicago police have not charged the man in the video you're about to see, so we've blurred his face. But it's an example of the type of incident that's unfolding on our transit system, leading to feelings of unsafety as we track crime on the system.
All right, so now what? We know how's it going?
Take a look at your screen. This is the incident on a red line train this morning. A man agitated, walking through train cars, threatening passengers, confronting some aggressively, trying to instigate fights. With no police or security present, other passengers step in to try to stop him. Our producer took this video and says those passengers stepped in to protect her.
When people see the law not being enforced on the CTA, it certainly makes people not want to ride the CTA.
That's Alderman Bill Conway. He watched those videos and, as a member of the Transportation Committee, is leading calls to address service and blight on the system. Calling this an example of the incidents on our transit system that are far too common and are keeping people from riding the trains.
Looking at those videos as somebody that was a prosecutor for a long time in this city, it looks like it may have risen to the level of misdemeanor assault.
You see Chicago police step in and detain him once the man is off the train, but they've confirmed to us he wasn't arrested or charged because he didn't break any laws.
I ride the CTA daily, multiple times a day.
That's acting president of the CTA, Nora Learson, and this is her first time speaking at a Transportation Committee meeting. I requested an interview with her on safety concerns, sharing this incident with her office. I was told she didn't have time to talk to me after this meeting, and in part, quote, "If you see something suspicious, report it to a bus operator or while on a train. Utilize the passenger intercom unit located under the blue light in every rail car that enables you to speak directly to the train's operator."
CPD resources are dedicated to improving safety on CTA.
Mayor Brandon Johnson talked about adding social workers and outreach teams to the transit system last week to address issues.
I'm going to do whatever is necessary to bring the full force of government to make sure that families and riders have a comfortable ride on our transportation system.
But Conway says what's really needed?
Having additional law enforcement presence on the CTA, I believe, will fully pay for itself in terms of increased ridership.
He's absolutely correct, because one of the big deterrents to people using more transit, at least in the US, is stuff like this. And all it takes oftentimes is just one incident. You see it once and you're like, oh, I'm going to drive now, or I'm going to take Uber now. So public safety is number one. Now, Mayor Brandon Johnson does talk a lot, but doesn't seem to do a lot. So personally, I haven't used the transit in Chicago just yet. Didn't have time when I was there. But if you've been on the Chicago Red Line or any other Chicago transit, let me know what your experience is with it. Because I have been to some cities where it's like that, where you see stuff like this and that's it. Minneapolis was a good example of people not using the transit because of safety concerns. So it's not getting used as much as it should be. So yeah, public safety is number one. You have got to make people feel safe. So you can point out the stats and say, well, the percentages that they get assaulted is this or that, but it's about how people feel as for whether or not they will actually ride the transit.
Coming up at 6, we're taking a closer look at crime numbers on our transit system, and we're focusing in on the CTA Red Line. But you can read the full.
All right. And that's that. Public safety on transit. Number one, you have to make it safe or feel safe.